administration
Yes.
that we have had enough.
Amen.
In other words, don't tread on me. Thank you. Did you know that with today's Supreme Court decision, the mandate to buy health insurance that covers abortions still stands?
Yeah.
Yeah, we know it.
The abortion surcharge still stands. And the abortion pill that violates religious liberty, it still stands. But the good news is that we will not sit or stand idly by and let that happen. We will not do that. Nurses across America, we are outraged because already we see the healthcare rationing happening. For instance, example is a physician not doing heart surgery on someone because they may be 70 years old or they may be 90. Or withholding expensive medication because of various diseases. You know, they may think, well, this person just may not survive, or this person may not be worth it. And that is not their decision to make. In other words, this care, it will be decided by the government, bureaucrats. And it is happening. It's happening already. But all the nurses across America, I speak with nurses almost on a daily basis across America. We do not like this because we know that the government socialized medicine is not good medicine for America. And we are not deterred. We're not deterred because we will do what's best for our patients. And that is to rally behind the candidate who promises to get rid of this unconstitutional mandate. And we know that this can be done. It can be done without the government taking over. So without the government coming between you and your doctor. But it's up to the American people if we're going to accept this.
Hell no.
Are we going to accept this? No. So it's up to the American people if we're going to accept this. But of course not. We're Americans and we stand up for freedom.
Yeah.
Hey folks, my name is Bill Hennessy. Thanks, Stephanie, for coming out. Thank you for coming out tonight. You know, driving down here, I was thinking about an old movie called King's Row. I don't know if any of you ever saw it. It wasn't. Ronald Reagan played a young man who was in love with a girl, and Ron was from the wrong side of the tracks. Her father was the most prominent citizen in the town. He was a doctor. Reagan's character was a guy who he was the star athlete, and everybody loved him, but he came from a humble background. And when he had a minor injury on his leg, the girl's father, the doctor, amputated his leg in order to destroy his hope, in order to break the bond that he had with the doctor's daughter. And when they woke him up and he was lying there, he had the famous line, "Where's the rest of me?" But we forget what he said after that. They told him that they amputated his leg. His friend, the psychiatrist, which was a brand new practice at the time, told him the truth, that he had done it to try to break his spirit, and Ronald Reagan just laughed. How did he think that taking his leg could stop him? So where are we tonight? We're about the same place we were in 2009. We're not any further back, we're not any further forward, except that we have a lot stronger network than we did in 2009. We've gotten a little wiser and a little smarter. We know who our friends are and who they're not. We know who we can count on when the chips are down.
Not Roberts.
So we've learned that the power to tax is ultimate. That wasn't a big surprise to me. It feels like we've been ultimately taxed for a long time in this country. We also learned that we have to rely very heavily on the people we send to Congress. You can't take that duty lightly when you walk into the voting booth. You can't take it lightly in November, and you can't take it lightly in August. You can't take it lightly in the primaries. You can't take it lightly with the people you line up behind when they ask you, will you stand by me when I run for office? The Supreme Court has just given Congress the ultimate power to drive any behavior that they choose. They can make us buy any car that they want. They can make us change our homes. They can make us move. They could literally empty out a state by imposing an onerous tax on living there. And Chief Justice Roberts said so. He said essentially that the Congress can do anything it wants through the tax code.
So we get rid of the tax code.
Well, we get rid of the 16th Amendment eventually, and the 17th needs to go along with it. But in the meantime, we have a responsibility. We have to elect a Congress, not just here, but in every district across the country, people who understand the responsibility that they're signing up for. Congress has a remarkable amount of power, but the Constitution gives the House of Representatives, the people's house, the power to collect and spend our tax dollars. Nothing else. The reason that they gave it to the House and not to the Senate, not to the executive branch, was because the House is supposed to be closest to the people. They understand our needs and our problems and our limitations. Not just our financial limitations, but our emotional limitations. Today, I think with 104 degrees on the thermometer that I just saw, we're right at every limitation that you can possibly put on American taxpayers. And from now to November, we have a straight line march. We have a straight line, and we know what we have to do. We have to remove from office anyone who fails to understand that our livelihood, our existence as a free nation, depends on our ability to conduct our lives the way we choose, free of the arbitrary rule of other men, and free of irresponsible, greedy politicians who want to take what you have, distribute it to their friends, to advance their own careers. At the very first Tea Party, I reminisced on Benjamin Franklin's line to a woman after the Constitutional Convention who asked, "What have you wrought us?" And he said, "A republic, if you can keep it." Today, maybe the Supreme Court did us a favor. They took the burden of sustaining this republic off of every shoulder in the world except ours. And honestly, I don't think there's a stronger shoulder to rely on than the people standing in front of me right now. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Hello, St. Louis. Hello, Missouri. Hello, America. Today was a blow. It was a blow to freedom. I don't care how you spin it. I've seen a lot of conservatives try to wrap this in a bow and put a bow on it, and that's crap. Today was a defeat for liberty. And I'm not the one who's going to buy it that, this is some kind of win if we just look at the pages and read page 95, okay, out of 200. I'm not buying that, okay? Personally, and forgive me for speaking for anyone here except for myself, I'm sure there's probably a couple people here who feel the same way I do.
Yeah!
And I just want to say, I have a history like many of you. My ancestors came to this country, and they settled actually in Iowa, of all places. Western Iowa, which is like a tundra in the winter. But they did that to get away from whatever they were escaping. And they did that because they wanted a better life. And they did that because they believed in the individual, which is what our country is based on, the individual. We are not a socialist nation. We are not some kind of collective. We are individuals. And we all have our individual rights of freedom and religion and speech. We still have those rights. They haven't rounded us up yet. Today was a blow to freedom. Today was a blow to freedom. But this is a long war, and this was just one battle. And we know that we got a few battles ahead of us now. We thought today we'd be a step closer, didn't we?
Yeah.
I woke up this morning, I was in a good mood, and I couldn't wait until when they were going to release on the Supreme Court website the final decision of what they found with Obamacare. All right? And then I was one of those who, when they first reported it, I was one who said, all right, we won. And then about 2 minutes later, you realize, no, we didn't win. Obama won. The socialists won. The big government Democrats won. And the big government Republicans won. We didn't win. The Tea Party didn't win today. But you know what it did? It energized us. And it's 105 degrees or 107 degrees out tonight, and still you guys came out. And I congratulate you for doing that. Because if you're like me, my ancestors came here to have some freedom. They didn't come here so that somebody could tell them when they get a paycheck at the end of the week that they got to give it all away to somebody so that I can pay for somebody else's birth control. All right? Sandra Fluke can buy her own damn birth control. I don't need to pay for a Georgetown graduate student who's an activist. I don't need to pay for her damn birth control. She's got a rich boyfriend and they went to Europe. And she wants me to pay her $9 a week birth control? Hell no! Hell no! And I'll tell you what. I'm not going to go down silent. I'm just not going to get in line and walk like a bunch of sheep or walk like a bunch of lemmings off the cliff. Because these fools out there who think that this is some kind of grand plan where everybody's going to get everything free, they're full of crap. This isn't going to be free. Has anyone looked at Europe lately? Has anyone seen the Athens burning lately? Has anyone seen Spain or Italy or those other countries and how broke they are?
Yeah.
Now, here is one idea, though. Maybe we should demand Germany pay for our health. We're so willing to pay for everybody else's stuff. Maybe we could get them to pay for this, because I don't want to pay for it. I want to be able to make my own decision and buy the own plan that I want. And I'll tell you what, we got some work ahead of us. And we got some people that we need to put an X on their back. I'm not saying a target, okay? For any lefties who might be here tonight, I'm saying we put an X on their back and they're the ones that we mark and we get them out of office. Because they're doing nothing for us. Nothing. They don't seem to understand what this country was built on. And that was freedom, and that was liberty, and that was the individual. And we're not going to go down silent. And if they have to lock me up, like they did some of these leaders in Eastern Europe when the Soviets came in, if the Obama army has to lock me up, then let it be, because I'm not going to be quiet, and I'm not going to go down easy without a fight. And I hope that you're with me. They tried to kill our freedom. They tried to take our liberty. But we're not going to let them. We're not going to let them. Maybe she will. She's pretty easy. We're not going to let them. Today our liberty is not dead. We just know we got another battle ahead of us. We're not going down easy. Because this is not the United States of America. They're not as socialist states of America. This is the United States of America. And today we found out that Obamacare wasn't just a big effing deal, it was a big effing tax. But we're not going to buy it, are we? We're going to continue to fight, and we're going to elect officials who are going to get us out of this mess. And if they don't get us out of this mess, we'll get somebody else in. So I hope you're with me. Today isn't the end. Today is the beginning of a new battle. Thank you, St. Louis. Thank you.